Okay, we picked up a couple of things. I picked up this from Cash for Clubs. It's not a new putter. It's a putter. It's not a new one. The White Ice 2-ball. Odyssey. 360 gram back weight. Obviously face balanced. It is a classic 2-ball, but I like it because it has got the really good factory alignment on it. But it came with this grip, the Lambkin Cross Line grip. Now, nothing wrong with that grip. Very much an old school grip though. So when I was in there, I happened to have a look to see what they had. There's a number of grips. This one was £12 now with the 15% off. I picked it up for 11 quid. 11 quid. Now, obviously, at first glance, it kind of looks like it could be a Super Stroke grip, doesn't it? Just kind of, eh? But it's got some differences from a Super Stroke grip. Apart from the fact that Super Stroke grip starts at 20 quid upwards. So let's try and explain what the differences are. Well, you can maybe see this part here is very, very flat. And this part here is actually going into a sort of triangle down the seam. So we will unwrap this purchase. It has got a lot of similarities, I'll tell you, from the Super Stroke grips, because it's actually a 2.0. Singalilla, I don't know. But anyway, it does feel good in the hands. Because, like I say, it's more of a V in this part. Maybe see that there. And then this part that you're looking at, that's flat. So it goes on the club, and then you see it's flat. It looks round there, but it's actually more triangular. Smells plasticky. I liked it when I tried it. Now it's whether I put it on the Odyssey 2-ball or not. I think I should. It does feel good in the hand, and it does feel good. Thing is, I've been putting with a 2-ball with a Lambkin grip on and been holding everything. I think what I'm going to do to be on the safe side is try the 2-ball Friday. And then possibly put this on. So we might have to do a part 2 on this. Okay, I'm doing it. You won't see this too well because it's fiddly, but I'm going to show you the basics of putting a grip on. You just need a Stanley knife, white spirit, and your grip tape, one layer, handily cut, pre-cut for the length of the grip, and you need your grip, which we've currently left in the other room, handy. So I've got the grip here, and all grips are the same. They've got a little hole in the top, so you can cover that hole with your finger or stick a tea in it. Pour some white spirit down there, dip the grip tape and the shaft into the bottle, and then push on the new grip, obviously draining the fluid out. You've seen it loads of times, but anyway, let's cut this is really what's mainly making me change this, and it's an old grip. You can tell just by the way the rubber is. Cut away, as they say, up and away. Also tell it's an old grip because it may well crumble when I'm trying to take it off. Oh no, it's actually going to hold together. And that's that. Now, this putter has been extended so you can see there, once you've cut the grip off, it's been extended. I'm guessing it was 33, I'd need to measure it, but now it's 35, 34. I actually quite like the length, so I'm not going to be mucking about with it. Feels pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. Just wanted to check. Quite a diameter changer, I think. Thing is, the grip is, or the tape is fairly new. Wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to have to do something slightly different. A couple of reasons for this. One is I don't want it overly thick, but I want to be able to put it on the club. So I'm going to cut some grip tape strips, because the tape itself is actually not bad. But we'll do two, one for the front, one for the back, just to ease it on. And also it'll be in the middle. You can actually do this yourself with the grips to give yourself like a line in the back. You could cable tie an actual tape a cable tie on that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to put this down the middle. Make sure it is the middle of the back. Thus. On the front though, it's not on the back, so you need to make sure you get it on the front, run it up. You can build grips up in a number of ways. This is kind of like because this club has been extended, this will help. Also, it will give us because the back of it's got a triangle on it, it'll feel good, solid in the hand, on that back edge, but it won't make it overly thick either, so there we go. So now for the messy bit, but before we do that messy bit, I'm going to pause the video, get a hairdryer, heat this up. Because if you've ever tried putting one of these on, if it's cold and the ambient temperature in the house is not exactly warm, this is quite hard, and the last thing you want to do is try and stretch this without heating it up first. So we're going to get the hairdryer and give it a wee bit of heat. Because it was sitting relatively in a cold place, I'm just going to heat the whole thing just by letting the hot air go down through it. That way it'll go on easier. Okay, so we'll move back a bit. Hopefully you'll still be able to see this because it's rather messy, but get a general gist here. Don't want to throw anything down the place if I can avoid it. But be careful with this, it can get messy. And with me doing it, probably will be. Pour a little bit in the top of the grip. Keep your finger on the bottom of it. Give it a shake. At this point, I'd like to say
stuff in there.
Obviously, disclaimer, you should probably do this with ice, a drip
Drop
tray,
it in.
because it goes everywhere. And we're dipping the shaft in the bottle, you can't
Pour
see
the
it,
rest
we're trying
over.
to pour that over it, and oops, yeah, well, the wife will
Avoid
get
that
that later.
happening.
Or maybe I'll mop it up before she gets home. Right, so this bit's tricky. I usually push it against the straight edge, and then you sometimes have to use both hands to push the grip on, because you want to do it in one even slow downward motion. Wouldn't advise anybody putting a Super Stroke or one of these grips on for the first time themselves, because they ain't easy. Now you've got to try and align this. You've got to hold the head, twist the grip, straighten it, and you can do it by eye, but there's a trick which, if you've got a flat counter, top, or any flat surface, you can double check two ways. The face of the putter, and then check the grip side on, as we are going to show you. Give it a good dunt to make sure that it seats correctly, and this is important, but
you also want to clean it,
cleaning it before it dries. Obviously you've got half an hour to a full hour before this will be fully dried, so don't muck about with it. Once you've got it on straight, leave it alone. But to double check that,
check it on the flat
on the surface, and you should see the straight edge being straight.
So I can see that square.
Then you can check it putting the straight edge on top, the grip straight edge on top of a surface, and check that the blade is square, which we're doing here.
And then check the face.
And then just one last check, making sure that when you grip the club,
check it that way.
We're checking it visually down the line.
Perfect.
And I always check it when
and
my
the
eyes
trick is
shut.
not to muck about with it till it dries.
And then if it's square, it's square. If not, tweak it a little. But Yeah, so the trick with the hairdryer, that worked fantastic. Heating up inside of the grip and the outside just to make it a wee bit more flexible. Well worth doing. And we'll put it to dry while we clean up. Thanks for watching the video.